Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be reviewing the Mattel Jurassic World Dino Trackers Danger Pack Dakosaurus. The Wave 3 Danger Packs have just started showing up in US stores. People have been finding them at Walmart's and Best Buy. I found this, as well as the Pelta, at my local Best Buy stores because, unfortunately, my Walmart stores just suck. Now, Mattel has been on a roll with their marine reptiles for this year. We've got 4 of them, and they all look fantastic. First, we got the Kronosaurus, then the Nodosaurus, then the Elasmosaurus, and now this Dakosaurus. When Mattel released online images of this Dakosaurus, I was very surprised that they chose a Metriorhynchid. Metriorhynchids are some of the most underrepresented marine reptiles in toy form. The only other large Metriorhynchid models I can think of is the Safari Ltd Plesiosuchus and the PNSO Dakosaurus. So let's take a quick look at the packaging as always. On the left, you've got Velociraptor Blue and Beta, the Jurassic World logo. On the right, you've got the ocean icon and the ocean background. On the back, you've got the Pelta, the Zwanhanosaurus. I'm glad that they brought this one back for Wave 3. The Zwanhanosaurus was the best Wave 2 Danger Pack. And of course you got the Dakosaurus, the subject of today's review, and the Pyroraptor repaint. So let's waste no time and see what this new sea reptile has to offer. Here is the Dakosaurus out of the packaging. I've had this for about 2 weeks, and I can confidently say it's one of my new favorite toys from Dino Trackers and my favorite of the Danger Packs. Recently, I've been looking at all of my Danger Pack dinosaurs, and I always find myself looking at this one the most. It's just really awesome looking. So let's dive in and take a look at the detailing as always. Starting off with the head, accuracy-wise, the head does not look that bad actually. You can see it's robust, like most accurate depictions of Dakosaurus. Really doesn't look like your typical crocodilian. Then you've got a ridge above the eye, and some thick turtle-like scales across the face. They're very prominent on the lower jaw. And then here's the head from the top view, more of those very large and thick scales. Then looking at the interior of the mouth, you can see pterygoid teeth. Now this is the same issue that the Kronosaurus possessed, only Mosasaurs are known to possess pterygoid teeth. Then looking at the tongue, you can see some sculpted taste buds and lots of gnarly looking teeth on the bottom jaw. And going down, the scales become less prominent. You can see more smooth skin, and of course the underbelly has even more smooth skin. Then you can also see these bumps across the torso. At first I thought these were supposed to be barnacles, but you can see that the bumps on both sides align with each other. So they're just osteoderms, not barnacles. And looking at the fins, most depictions of Dakosaurus show rounded fins with some claws. But of course, since this is a Jurassic World toy line, Mattel got really creative and made the flippers look more seal-like, and of course, they added more of those thick scales. They look quite cool. And moving down to the tail, the detailing is pretty much the same as on the body. The musculature of the tail is also visible, and of course, you've got the shark-like tail fluke. This action figure sports 7 points of articulation. The head can move up and down. The jaw can open super wide to about 90 degrees. All 4 flippers can move 360. And of course, the tail can move 360 as well. The coloration consists of a brown striping, the top color is beige, the eye is orange, and the rest of the body seems to be a grayish blue. I do like this paint job. I think it suits this smaller sized marine predator. Though personally, I probably would have put beige on the underbelly and the blue on the top to give it that cooler looking, more accurate counter shaded colors. And of course, typical Mattel, they do not continue the striping down the tail. Time for some quick measurements. From head to tail, this Metriorhynchid measures about 7 inches long. So Dakosaurus in real life was estimated to be around 13 to 16 feet in length. So with those measurements, this figure would be in the 123 to the 128 scale range. Starting off with our comparisons, here is the PNSO Dakosaurus, a scientifically accurate take on the animal. And you can see how funky the proportions of the Mattel Dakosaurus is in comparison. the flippers are huge, the torso and the tail are quite short. At the very least, I wish that the tail was a little bit longer. If you look at the toy in the packaging, there was clearly enough space for a slightly longer tail. Here's the only other Dakosaurus model that comes to mind, which is the minifigure from the Safari Prehistoric Crocodiles tube. Now let's bring in some of the very few Metriorhynchid figures. So here is the Safari LTD Plesiosuchus, the Safari Mini Metriorhynchus from the Prehistoric Sea Life tube, and the Playvisions Metriorhynchus. Here we have all of the other Mattel marine reptiles. So we've got the Plesiosaurus, the Liopleurodon, the Nodosaurus, the Mosasaurus, the Elasmosaurus, and the Kronosaurus. I am hoping for next year that Mattel has at least one marine reptile planned, preferably an ichthyosaur or another type of mosasaur. Let's bring in the rest of the Danger Packs, starting off with Wave 1. So we've got the Nodosaurus, the Ostroraptor, and the Elaphrosaurus. I really enjoyed these two, but I'm not a huge fan of this guy. Moving on to Wave 2, we've got the very nice looking Zwanhonosaurus, the alright Tupandactylus, and oh my goodness, I really hate this thing. Which is the atrocious Pyotnitskysaurus. That thing is just vile, even by looking at it from a distance. Lastly, for this assortment, we have the Wave 3 Borylopelta. We still have one more Danger Pack coming this year, which is an Ornithochirus. Now let's bring out the Strike Attacks, starting off with the Adaptosaurus and Herrerasaurus. And here we have the Prestosuchus and Gigantospinosaurus from Wave 2. Next up, we have the Wild Roar, Nigersaurus, Regaloceratops, Orcaraptor, and Irritator. Next, we have the gigantic trackers, Bistahiversor. Let's bring in the surprisingly awesome Camouflage in Battle Indominus Rex. Lastly, for Mattel stuff, here are some of the recently released Hammond Collection figures. For me personally, the Irritator is currently the best Hammond Collection dinosaur. Last but not least, here is the Dakosaurus next to the Collectae Xiphactinus and the Collectae Mini Xiphactinus. Well, there you have it everyone. That was my review on the Mattel Jurassic World Dino Trackers Danger Pack Dakosaurus. Overall, this is a great and enjoyable figure, another neat addition to the Mattel Jurassic World line. I appreciate how they chose yet another underrepresented prehistoric animal. I really like the sculpt and paint job, and I almost forgot to point out that the plastic quality is really durable, just like the rest of these $8 figures. Now for my rating. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my new favorites for Dino Trackers. Like I've already said before, if you want one for yourself, you can get it at either Best Buy or Walmart. So if you guys enjoyed this review, leave a comment down below, hit that like and subscribe button, it really supports my channel. And I will see you all in the next video.